Hi, welcome, sweet, sweet souls. We need to talk. We need to talk about what's going on within your energy. It's a very interesting reading that we're going to dive into. If you guys haven't met me yet, if this is the first time you're seeing me, hi, I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here and Astremia on my other account, which is linked down below, where I do channeled astrology. I almost said messages. There's kind of like a weird interference with this reading. We're just going to dive into it. The best way you guys can support me, though, if this reading does resonate, is definitely subscribing, liking, but most importantly, subscribing to my newsletter. It's totally free. I channel the upcoming transits to your inbox every Monday, just to guide you through the week ahead using astrology. So to start out this reading, normally I don't pull beforehand, but I was like, am I reading into this energy right? Because the song Livin' La Vida Loca by Ricky Martin has been in my head, but it's just a line of black cats and voodoo dolls, black cats and voodoo dolls. That's all I've been hearing for the past, like, I'd say 4 to 5 days. And I haven't sat with the energy yet because I'm like, it just felt really strange. Okay. So I sat here, I rolled my astro dice. We rolled Cancer moon in the 4th house, which is where this feels like an ancestral energy, a maternal energy, a feminine energy. And then I pulled the shadow and venom. Okay. For those of you who it is the first time that you're here, I go by 8th house Mercury for a reason. It's because I tell real, raw, honest truth. This might be uncomfortable for some of you, so buckle the fuck up. If you don't like that energy, then leave. Sorry, I have to be so direct. This feels like there is still surfacing in your unconscious mind a sort of old story, It just started pouring rain. Whoa. Whoa, guys. Okay, Spirit's like, look at the lyrics. So I have my monitor open. So there's sort of this God, even the words. Thank you for being patient. She'll make you drive you crazy, but she'll take away your pain like a bullet to your brain. Come on, upside, inside out. She's living the Vida Loca. She'll push you and pull you down. Her lips are devil red. Her skin's the color of mocha. She'll wear you out. Woke up in New York in a funky cheap hotel. She took my heart. She took my money. She must have slipped me. Like, this literally feels like there is a feminine energy, does not matter your gender. There's a feminine energy that is attached to you. And I rarely do readings like this, but it really feels like what just came to mind. I did a reading for a personal client today, and this energy feels very similar. So this must be a deeper in the collective as well, of like, feels like you're like a marionette doll, where it's like there's still subconscious processings that are controlling how you move, and the rain just picked up even harder. Okay, tell me more about this, Spirit. We have summer and silver. I had heard summer lovin'. There's something, I mean, I'm really just noticing the apple on this tree. I'm thinking of Lilith, and it's interesting. I almost think maybe Lilith is a patron of this person, but it's sort of like the misuse of deities in a way that, like, they're not actually on board with, I heard. And then the silver, the moon again, and the despicable face. Okay. I'm gonna... If you're feeling any tension in your body, I want you to invite you to, like, look at it. Okay, this is so interesting. I'm noticing the moon inside the mouth here. Thanks, Spirit. the riddle, because I had the Despicable Face came out, and I was like, what is this about? Because the Despicable Face talks about a part of yourself that really you're afraid. It has to do with shame. So, falling. This reading is so. I haven't done such a dark reading before, but I feel like you're in. Okay. Interesting. We have Ouroboros, the Great Work, Lead, and Separation. I just heard like crows cawing in my head. And then like hyenas. And then laughter. It melted in. Sublimation. How do we move through this? What is. Genuinely. Okay. I'm so sorry I've been paused here. And you can fast forward through that. Some people had to drop away because it's felt like maybe even this person's energy was in this reading or like present watching. I don't. There is a feminine person in your energy. They potentially could be a Cancer moon, sun, rising. That is trying to destiny swap with you. That is trying to step in and take, like, I'm seeing you are like actively working with spirit. You are actively like, it's so interesting because it's almost like you haven't been aware, like you've been subtly aware of this person's energy, but you are so aligned on your path that it hasn't really deterred you. It hasn't really pulled at you. And I'm really noticing like the candles on my altar, the flames being like steady and strong. Like you have been like continuing your movement forward, because over here I pulled some cards in your energy of the forest, the prayer, sublimation. Show you a little bit better. Sublimation, the mystic, and the medallion. This is where I feel that somebody is coveting the energy that you're embodying. Like it really feels like they are going to do whatever they can to interfere with your energy. But here's the thing is like, you're divinely protected. And Spirit's like very clear, like if you prayed for their help, if you just said, hey, Spirit, can you handle this? They're already on it. Your Spirit team's already on it. Why is this coming up though? And all I can just hear is Livin' the Vida Loca in the background. Okay. We have iron and gold coming out. Immediately, what's coming to mind with this interference is for you to alchemize the energy. Like, it's a fuel to your fire, actually. This person, like, this person and their energy is a reminder to you of where you have been in the past, of where you've actually chosen to separate. Like, you have a lot of sympathy for this person, too. You have a lot of sympathy for people who use magic in dark ways, to use magic. It's almost like you have stepped into the true energy of an alchemist, of a mystic, of somebody who's like, you're like, I don't subscribe to people's negativity. Oh my gosh. And I just split to the mystical sister. Like, that's actually how they see you, but there's so much jealousy here that the jealousy is maybe oozing into shared spaces that you guys both are in. Okay. I have so many cards out. Normally I don't even pull this many cards, but I have to admit, like, there is a confusing element to this energy where it's like, you are such a kind, pure-hearted person. You are somebody who is just like, if they just asked me for help or asked me how I did what I did to get here, I would just tell them. But they are so deep in their shame spiral. They're so deep in their fears that I just literally like, oh man, I'm seeing somebody's eyes that are just like glazed over. There might be some darker forces moving through this person. They don't even know it. Whew. That's not fun. My biggest thing here to tell you, sweet friends, is trust your instinct. When you hear those alarm bells go off in your mind, when you feel that sort of like, I need to step away from somebody's energy, I don't need to engage in this person's energy, please listen. Please listen. We have the fault line here as well, and it's kind of in this like energy of like, man, I just really want to know who this person is to you. Like, where is this showing up in your life? Oh my God, are you kidding me? We have solar eclipse. The solar eclipse happened yesterday, and down in the description, I'm going to have my astrology page tagged because I posted a video on this solar eclipse. And I post all those updates on that channel as well. Oh, and I'm like feeling like a deep hunger. This person, it's interesting. My mind, this person is so manipulative. The way that they are manipulating you is by you doubting your gifts and you doubting your power. So whenever those fears and doubts come in of like, what should I do? Who should I be in this? It's been so long since you've had those fears and doubts come up. They are not yours. They are not yours. This person is manipulating your energy by like distorting the mirror in which you look in. Whoa. This morning, I went on a full vision journey, sweet friends. I went on a full vision journey for myself, but some of the pieces are coming in spirit saying like, yes, it's safe for me to share this with you guys. So thank you. Because I really feel like this deep trust with the people that are watching this video. Thank you. Spirit is saying, you do not need to look at yourself in the mirror anymore, because the image, like the way that you can see yourself, Spirit said, is by closing your eyes. And like leave it, I'm like, have my hand on my heart. I'm like, and it's interesting because I'm wearing this moth pendant and it's making me think of this card again. This card in this deck specifically represents me. Like, that's how I've always perceived this card, because for me and my role in your journey is to be your mystical sister, is to be, and we literally have. Maybe you even asked Spirit for like a sign. Specifically, you were like, I need somebody to articulate this. And that's why I showed up on your, however I found you, however this video found you. Because like you closing your eyes and like feeling into yourself, you know yourself. And the other card that came out, right, when I was like, who is this in your life? We have the IC. So this feels like somebody who feels like home to you, who feels like you trust them deeply, right? It's somebody who's in your inner circle, which I think that can feel a little dismantling. And this solar eclipse probably made you feel that way of like, who can I trust? And we're in the eclipse portal right now, and we have Earth, right? In your and new moon. Oh my God, this solar eclipse, new moon. And there's moths all on this. Neptune. Neptune was peeking through on another deck as well. It's a very strange thing because you've been really working on trusting people. And so when messages come up like this, you're kind of like, I'm not going to lie, like it probably feels a little like disturbing because you're like, wait, but like, who am I supposed to trust? And that's where spirit's like, that's where this energy of iron and gold comes through, where this is like a giant alchemization that you're moving through with this sort of energy. I almost feel like you're going to take a step back. You're being invited to take a step back from, I heard like quantum entanglement. Very interesting. Like this feels like, okay, past life stuff potentially is coming up through this. And I just saw 15:55 on the clock here. This card, Cardinal. I almost feel like crying for you. I'm not going to lie, because it's like, you have a gut feeling of who this is, and it's probably not exactly who you wanted it to be. And my right ear just started ringing. First house. Tell me about this first house energy. Thank you for being with me in the pauses and in the silence. This winter is a period of time for you to really discern who you can trust and who you cannot trust. There's a part of you, this deep, primal, feral part of you with this oil of vitriol in winter. Like, you cannot ignore this, because going forward with the Neptune card coming out as well, like Neptune has moved into Aries, and it's sort of like this decisive, like cutting clear imagery that is coming through for you. Like, again, like once you have a taste of her, you'll never be the same. She'll make you take your clothes off and go. She'll make you live her crazy life, and she'll take away your pain. Spirit's really asking for your stillness, and to like not be afraid to like say no, to like take a step back. I'm like, where am I supposed to go with this reading? Okay. Yeah, I feel a little shaken up too from this, where it's like, fuck, I didn't want to hear this. But that's why you guys come to me. That's why I was so decisive at the beginning, because this felt very serious. Tell me, what else can we know for the person moving forward? Yeah, the sustainer and the siren. I almost see like, it's interesting. I watched Peter Pan the other day, the 2003 one, and it's like, how Wendy was leaning over the water and was like the mermaids, and like the mermaid like got close to her, and then Peter grabbed her and pulled her back and hissed at the mermaid. And there's sort of this like primal quality within you of like, there's a young part of you, and it feels like your inner child, guys, like your inner children. I feel like you and whoever this person is, you and their inner child have like gotten, like you've gotten along. Your inner masculine, or like your inner king is, oh, and I'm like getting really fatigued. Like this energy is really intense. Your inner king is saying like, you've got to like cut this off and like sustain your energy. That's why you're being called to take a pause. Again, my eyes drawn back to the energy of you, where it's like, this person is really coveting what you're creating, and like what you're doing. Yeah, literally the eternal child at the bottom. You know what came to mind is that episode from Adventure Time, if you've seen it, where they like find the little like Newt guy, Newt. I don't know what they called him or something. Like he like not the Newt penguin, but the like little sound guy, and he like they took him from his nest, and that's the thing is spirits like you need to return to your nest. Like this person pulled you way too far out of your not out of your comfort zone, but it's like they literally like up and ended and like moved your energy, moved you to like a different space. And it's like there's a part of me where I'm like, you know, the objective mind, I'm like, well, where is this person at? What are they they're going through like their own shit, and I feel like they've just pulled you into their own shit, and them moving like you cannot transmute their pain and their shadows for them. This is not your responsibility. And that's, oh yeah, I'm feeling Kali Ma come through, where it's like you do not have to transmute this person's pain for you. Your energy is sacred, your energy is powerful. You do not need to get wrapped up in their chaos and their drama. Like I almost feel like they have such a lack of inner authority, and you've been doing that. That's why the inner king came out, and I'm seeing again like Peter pull Wendy back and like hissing at this mermaid, and is like, no, this inner masculine's like, no, we're not gonna let you get pulled into other people's drama, other people's stuff. Like I'm feeling very like protective. Oh, we have the maiden and the judge. Yeah, it's like this person feels very naive in their energy. I heard they know not what they do. They know not what they do. They just see you, and they really, now it's like, it's almost like their energy was hiding behind a very dark manipulative energy, because they don't know how to portray themselves to you in a way that you'll respect, in a way that you'll see them as worthy, see them as a equal, right? This judge energy, they're like, I just, and so if you find yourself judging this person, that is your sign to take a step back. That is your sign to like remove yourself from the situation, the orphan. Yeah, I heard like you can't save them. You can't save them. They have to save themselves. Yep, the truth and the animal. Your animalistic instinct. So when your body is saying no, when your body is saying, hey, stop, hey, take a step back, when you feel depleted, when your energy feels low, when you see a notification from this person, and it like triggers like your fight or flight, that's your sign, guys. I feel like you already knew this, but it was kind of like, it can't be them. It can't be this person because I've let them in so close to me. I'm going to get you. Oh, don't fall. Don't do it. Oh, something did fall. My scissors. My scissors fell from my deck, or from my desk. Yeah, something about a little bit of a cord cutting happening here. I want to get you advice moving forward. How should the person watching this move forward? Moon, literally. Such moon energy, this Cancer energy, this I like your roots, where I feel like this might be a pattern in your lineage to like subconscious or look at your moon sign. Look at your moon sign. Look at your moon sign. If you are interested in natal chart readings, let's do it. I would love to read for you Pisces and a waxing gibbous. We're in Pisces season now, right now. Right now. Waxing gibbous. Your discernment is growing. I feel like you don't need to take fast action. It's noticing what energy is yours, what energy is not yours. More advice. 3 and Capricorn. Stellium. My mind is going back to the Capricorn new moon that we had during January. When was that? That was January 18th. look back at that date, maybe your journal. There might be some insight there from yourself, past self, Gemini. Okay. I'm hearing, yeah, writing about this, like whatever came up for you in this reading moving forward. Capricorn and 3 is really making me think about like, you just, it's giving like, I saw 3 of Pentacles in my mind eye. It's like, God, I haven't done a reading this in depth in a long time. I have so many cards on my table. Libra. Yeah, there's still this feeling of like talking about it. I'm like 3 of Pentacles, like community, like showing up to the people that are pouring in your cup, because this person has felt like they just have only taken your energy. They haven't poured back into you. And I'm seeing like you just like really focusing on the channels that do feel important to you, the connections that are filling your cup, and talking about it of like, this is painful for me to step away, midheaven. Yeah. Even sharing what this is like on a broader sense. Oh my God, literally mountain and one. That I literally saw this card in my mind's eye with the 3 in Capricorn. I'm like, there's sort of this higher perspective that you need to take, because that's what that is. Thank you, Spirit. I felt like I was just like getting almost half the message. You need to take like a higher perspective, because really you've been rising. Your energy's been rising, and so many people are worried that you're going to outgrow them. And that worry, that toxicity that comes from the worry, instead of somebody focusing on their own energy and focusing on their own cup, on their own vitality, it's pulling you down. And you have so much sympathy, but it's like, I heard like oh my gosh, and we have the heart here at the bottom. Your energy is so special, and what you have to offer with the world is so special and so needed that, and the stone that looks just like the 3 card, right? You have already taken steps to build such a solid foundation for yourself. It's now trusting those foundations that you've built for yourself. It's now trusting the systems, the communities, the people that are around you. This person is seeing how successful you are, and they are jealous. That's what this energy is. It's just a dark jealousy, and of like how desperate their energy is, just so desperate because you're outgrowing them, and that scares them to be left behind by somebody that they love and cherish and look up to. And it's sort of, again, your energy, they see you as a mentor. They're like, and my advice for you going forward is to like just talk about these things, to talk about it even with them, of just like what's going on. I feel like you have the level of maturity to do that, to have like a honest conversation. We have the Starborn, like you are so magical, and they just see you as so, so magical. Even talking to, whoa, my mind just totally went blank. I think this person's kind of embarrassed that you found this reading too, where it's almost like they're being revealed. And I just noticed that somebody, I have my emails open here, ironically, and I just saw somebody liked my Gemini full moon December 4th, right? Arrows. What? That is so random. Shaman. Offering. This person is also a person who works with magic. This is a person who also maybe works in a similar field as you, similar energy. Like, again, they look at you as a mentor, and you have an offering that's developing under the surface, and they can feel it, and they can feel the potential of it. And they know that when this thing takes off, you are going to outrun them. And it's not a matter of like you outrunning them. You're never in this energy of like, you are just focusing on yourself, and you always have. You always have. Okay. Spirit's like, one last card, because this energy is like depleting me. I'm not going to lie. Like, their energy is so fucking sad. I'm not going to lie. It's so sad. And it's like really hard for you because you care. But something's coming to mind for me. Something is coming to mind in my personal life, and I like sharing personal experiences because I am also somebody who goes through human things too, like a person that's jealous of me, right? So, my mom said to me, so I had a conversation with somebody who is very near and dear to me, and they asked me to keep a secret. And when people ask you to keep a secret for them, it's because they are afraid to carry their shame on their own. And so they're telling you, and then you have to carry their shame for them. And you, unless somebody is paying you to do that, you do not have to hold somebody's secret. You can say, I am not going to keep that secret. And now it's your responsibility to come to terms with that thing. And my mom told me that. She's like, Izzy, it is not your responsibility to hold that person's secret. It is not yours. And unless somebody's paying you for that, because I do work where I work one-on-one with clients, and that it's like ultimately this whole reading is a test of your worth, of you holding your boundaries within your worth, right? I'm like brushing the cards over to the side to bring us back to this energy of iron and gold. This alchemy that's happening from this reading is you really understanding your worth and your value. You, unless there is an equal energy exchange happening between you and this person, it's not even. It is not even. And I think there's sort of like this level of reciprocity, and they're aware that they can't pour into you because you already have an endless flowing chalice. So they're kind of like, how can I help? And for you, oh my shit. This is just a little inkling for you guys. Visions of life beyond death. This is like, again, okay. God, this is such a multi-layered message, sweet friends. This is so multi-layered because, like I said at the beginning, everything's kind of coming together now. At the beginning, I heard at the beginning of time. Yeah, this is like an ancient story that has played out through generations, and it's just playing out in your play right now of you. Darker forces are working through this person, and this person isn't aware of it because they haven't healed their shame. And darker forces are just fear. This person hasn't confronted their fear. And so they are working through, his fear is working through this person to hold you down because you have been tasked with some great work here with the shaman, with Eros and the offering. You're developing something that is so fucking powerful, that is needed for this world, that you have seen, you've gotten visions of, you have been working deep with spirit, and people feel this. And I feel like a burning fire moving up from my stomach to my sacral, and it's like taking over my body. Like you are, it feels like Kundalini energy that's moving up through me. You are doing some powerful work. And this person sees it and they covet it and they want it, and they don't know how to be on the same level of you other than comparing themselves to you. This is a comparison game. And so for you, sweet friend, like hold on to your visions. You don't have to engage with this person's energy. You have the autonomy and the gift to just talk to them about this. And you could do that. You don't have to though. We have against the grain. I have to cover her. The work that you're doing, oh my God, this is so fiery. I thought the reading was supposed to end here. Opposition, right? Grand Cross. Thank you, Spirit, for being so clear that we have so much shit happening in your life right now. I keep hearing the lyrics. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Over and over again. Where it's like, you can't save this person. You cannot save this person. It is not your job. You continuing, yeah, that's kind of the energy where it's like an old version of you would just be like, I need to fix this. I need to remedy this. I need to like address this. But the against the grain card is really talking to me of like you continuing to walk towards your light, towards your medallion, towards your goals, towards your future is exactly what is going to inspire them. And it might be the greatest gift for them, for you to separate your energy for a little bit, to take a step back for a little bit, okay? I just pulled Neptune in Cancer in the second house. Yeah. Your physical reality is changing. And I'm really taking note of this, their eyes closed. Like, you are trusting in this Neptune energy to guide you. And I heard, like, you just have to be so discerning with your masculine energy, that inner king, that inner masculine of yours, your masculine energy of, like, you setting the container for yourself. You cannot have any leaky gaps in your ship. And so it really is like you're getting to see where there are still leaks in your metaphorical container. You're right. If you're being drawn out by this energy of, wah, I can't do it. Wah, I don't trust myself. Wah, I don't know how to, wah. You don't have time for that. This is very Neptune and Aries energy and Saturn and Aries energy. You cannot save everybody. You cannot save everybody. You save yourself. You save yourself, friends. And I'm like, you don't even need to be saved. Like, you're literally like, I just saw, like, I heard slow and steady wins the race. Like, you're just operating completely different, and you've up leveled. You have up leveled, and yeah, you have up leveled. And I'm gonna leave this reading here. I love you guys so much. If this touched something on your heart, on your mind, your soul, my readings are available. All of it's going to be linked in the description below, and or my profile. I don't really put stuff all over YouTube. Anyways, I love you guys. Subscribe to my newsletter. That's the best way you guys can support me. Okay. Love you guys.